Hello, hello, it's me again. I was just starting to work out and then I remembered I did not cover Rebecca and Zied in my 90-day before the 90-day extravaganza recap video that I just posted. Um, and I did have something to say. So, last night's episode, Ziad asked Rebecca for a large sum of money so he could buy his sister a gift. And the way it was shot and edited and stuff looked super shady. We know TLC wants us to think that he went off to buy heroin or God knows what. But then it turned out that he actually wanted the money to buy Rebecca an engagement ring so he can propose. Now, I have I don't want to say too much about my life. Let's just say I have a friend. I know people who ended up with men who did take them for all their money, and so essentially they had bought themselves my phone. They had bought themselves their own things, their own gifts, as it were, their own trips that they were promised, their own cars supposedly bought for them. But by the time the relationship crashed and burned, it was cleared all the money had been embezzled or confiscated, or whatever was happening was untoward. And so the person had actually ended up paying for everything that were supposedly gifts from either their lovers or spouses. It's pretty sad when it's a spouse. But, anyways, so I was kind of watching with that in mind. So he went to buy the engagement ring with this money, and his sister, who we got a bad impression of last week, now we see she's actually a pretty level-headed person, or at least I think so, where she was giving Ziad shit for like uh what you taking money from her to buy the engagement ring. So we can see now that Ziad is really poor. And we saw from the background report that he didn't have a job. I thought he did. I thought he might have something going on. I wasn't sure what. And again, my mind went back to maybe he's a dealer or something. But even so, like he did say he did something for TV. He was the audience wrangler or whatever for TV shows, but which would be a minimum wage job and nothing wrong with that. Lots like here in Toronto, we're a booming film business. There's always stuff happening and almost everyone is involved somehow at some point. So, I came with that attitude. Yeah, maybe he's doing some stuff. But yeah, it looks like he's dirt poor. He's like what, in his mid 20s, and he has no business doing that. So Rebecca, of course, thinks the worst because he wouldn't say what he wanted the money for and was acting shifty and suspicious, which he is. And I think I can't imagine that. I suppose because Rebecca is odd and she seems really desperate, she keeps going on, this is my last chance to get married. And it's like, no, it isn't, Rebecca. Like, you're a beautiful woman. You're a PI. You got stuff going on. Why are you dealing with all these foreign losers? Like, go back home and get someone who you can understand, whose culture you know. And yeah, there are a lot of men in the United States who like women that look like you. You would a lot of men love tattoos. They love your youthful spirit and you have a lot of energy and vibrancy. So what are you dealing with these losers for? And I know it's hard to meet people. I find it hard to meet people too. But even though like I've said before, I find Ziad attractive, he's not dateable because he has no job and no prospects. He has no goals. What does he want to? We don't even know what he wants to be when he grows up. Like at least we know Omar is a dentist, and other people or other things doing their things, or even Corey and what's her face, opened a bar together and stuff. But we don't know anything about Ziad. So yeah, it's looking more and more like he's just using Rebecca to get the green card. Because why else would he go out and buy an engagement ring that he can't afford? And then so what's going to happen when he tells her? I don't know if he's just going to show it to her or tell her, because she keeps asking like, what are you doing? And now she's all upset and angry because yeah. um I don't know what's going to happen with that. I know for me, when I was younger and stupid, I would have been, oh, that's okay. Isn't that nice that you surprised me with my own money for my own engagement ring? Now, and after all the things I personally have been through, I'd be like, shove it up your butt, and I'd fling it at him, much like Larissa did to Colte. And yeah, I would just be like, I'm done. You can't even, why don't bother proposing to me if you can't afford a ring? Like, what's that about? So, yeah, it's all strange. And I wanted to address that because it did rub me raw because it was familiar territory. What do you think? Should Rebecca be happy that Ziad bought her engagement ring with money she gave him when he acted all suspicious and she probably thought he was buying heroin or something? What did you think about all that? Answer in the comments. Bye.